So, Scaffolding and I are about to take on a little bit more of our project. But before I did that, I just wanted to show you something. And I feel a little bit like everybody already knew this, but did you know? Can I do it just from here? That'd make it even more embarrassing. Look at this. I can just attach him to that. It's very possible that you can transport these things in boats, but it is not easy. So I'm not feeling quite so bad. But hold on. I'm back with my villager. I tried to find out if there are faster Happy Ghasts or not, but as far as I can tell, no one talks about it. So I imagine there's not. Otherwise, people would be saying something. Yeah. Oh, actually, we can see just how far up we can go. It's rain right at level 188. 189 is rain. 190. Yep, 190. Okay, so that's the height we can go if we want to have not snow. Okay, so I've tried a few different ways to make an ice cave look cool, and it's just not working for me. And in fact, a creeper hated it so much he blew it up. I don't blame him. It wasn't good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tear this island down again. And we're going to lower it down so that the very top of it is below level 190, which seems to be where the water turns to snow when it's raining. So I think we're going to do that, and then we can go back to our original idea of just having a cool lush cave. I think I have better ideas for that. I didn't like the idea of the water running out of the bottom of the island. So let's tear this down and we'll start all over. It's really sad how much faster it is to tear down an island than to build an island. Okay, so I broke the entire stupid island down, and it's all on the ground now. The snow is everywhere. And this is why ice is my enemy. I went through and I turned this all into moss, which I don't know if that's the best thing to do. But I was having a hard time because I couldn't get a green that matched the grass in this biome. Okay, so let's go down here to where the grass kind of changes and we can see like the trouble that you have with moss carpet. Moss carpet works great if you happen to be in this area. And actually even like green wool works okay. I mean, it's not perfect match, but it's fine. But then you come over here into this grass and it does not look good at all. So that was my problem. So I turned it all into moss and that's fine, except for it makes a pretty abrupt switch from moss to dirt, which I don't love, but I think maybe we can fix that. I might even just go ahead and do like cobble underneath the moss. Is it too big for how low it is? It's pretty good size and it's pretty low. I don't know. I can't really tell. It looks kind of funny being that big, that low. It looked fine that big here. But here it just seems a little big. I think what I should do is put in the portal, start building the cave, and just see how big the cave ends up needing to be. Can I just tell you, this gas I'm sure is going to be amazing. But in the meantime, it's going to drive me up a tree. So it needs to be in the center. I'm going to say this is close enough. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's good. So let's just double check that it worked. Okay, so that all worked just fine. Okay, so I think the first thing I need to do is kind of figure out a shape. It doesn't take that long to fly it up here. I'm just going to have to fly it up and down because it just cannot be right there banging into me all the time. Sorry, buddy. We definitely need to make some sort of area for you. So I think I'm going to have to move yet again. Maybe what I should do is actually just like build a little platform off the edge of this thing that I can just put my stuff on. that will, you know what? That's exactly what I'm going to do. If we have the cave entrance out here, then the entrance doesn't really need to be tied to the size of the nether portal. So it can be bigger and then it can come down a little bit. And that will also give us an opportunity to have the cave get smaller toward the back. So I don't think it has to go out this far, but I think even if it came out like, I don't know, 4 or 5 blocks, you know what? I put all this work into making all of these buried and nice. And I think actually they're just going to sort of be in the way. It's so funny. It's so funny how carefully I try to do things only to have it be worse than if I just done it the quick and dirty way. Is that going to be enough? I don't think so. I don't think so. Let's come out. Let's come out even a couple more. So, yeah. So that brings it out to here. And this is actually probably enough room to have like a little, like the pond can kind of just even actually be like brushing up against the cave on that side. So the pond can be like right here. I was even thinking maybe the cave would have like water coming out of it, maybe? Would it be like like maybe the water source is coming out of there? I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see how that goes, but I think we'll have the entrance here. So that's not exactly even, but I'm not trying exactly for even. But what I don't want is it to look even in the exact wrong way, if that makes sense. I want it to be kind of naturally uneven. I don't want it to be like it's just shifted over one, which is kind of what it looks like right now. Well, actually, maybe not. Maybe not, because we're going to have the pond on this side, I think. So it's okay that it's weighted a little bit more to that side. Yeah, I think that's fine. And I want the face to be a little flatter. So actually, maybe I could do... something like this. And then the cave entrance can be a little bigger even still. All right, so let's see. What do we use? Should we use black concrete or should we use cobbled deep clay? Yeah, I think we use black concrete because we want it to be pitch black in there. And then we can use this to add a little bit of texture. Yeah, I think we'll use black concrete on the back too. Might have to make more. Yeah, okay, that looks fine. All right. I mean, it's obviously not a good shape exactly, but that's okay. That part doesn't really matter too much. So we can do this. I wish concrete came in like slabs and stuff. Just trying to kind of do it. I'm not super worried about how even it looks or anything right now. Just trying to get like a little bit of a shape here. Probably I'll have to fix some of this stuff and probably put some stone down here too. Probably a slightly more efficient way to do this than I'm doing it, but I've watched people who are really good at terraforming, and every time they do it, it just looks so simple. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's all you got to do. So easy. Ooh, I missed a spot. A gap in the teeth. Do, do, do. I hope this is fun. Although, I suppose it's pretty unlikely most of this will end up in here. So this is kind of getting tall enough in some ways. So I don't want this to be way, way, way taller than this. I think about physics sometimes when I'm playing this game, and then it throws me off because I really don't need to think about physics. I could have done this in a totally different way. Oh well. All right, this is definitely that point in any build. almost all of my builds end up with a period where I'm just like, this is just turning out like garbage. Even before I was making these videos, I would make these builds and I'd be like, ugh, I don't even want a Sayo to see this. She's gonna be shamed. She's gonna drop the server and go move on to a server that's better suited to her talent. Let's go try to find a spot where we can see how it looks. We'll fly over. We'll turn around. Looks okay. Okay, I think it's a pretty good shape. It definitely needs to be made prettier. All right, well, here is the beginning of our cave, and I think it's okay. I was a little nervous about it for a minute, but I think it's turning out all right. I actually even don't mind that it's a little off-center like that. This entrance is definitely going to have to be fixed. There's no doubt about that. But there's no point in getting too stressed out about it until we see how the pond goes. Anyway, got to make some trees, some bushes, something. And then we definitely have to make it so that the whole thing is not just rock. I mean, this is not going to just be all just one big stone. Oh boy. And we're going to have to figure out the mob proofing. But we can do that pretty easily with some slabs and some buttons. So not worried about that either. We still have a lot to do on this project, but we've made a lot of progress. And I would say like building this island 3 times is a pretty good start. But for now, I think that'll be good enough. Thanks for watching. Okay, so I'm here with Ladybug, and she's going to give us a tour of Howl Town. Okay, take us on a tour.
All right. First, over here is the apple orchard. Of course, the arch that you see when you are walking up.
Mm-hmm.
But then, of course, the icon of my town is the candle shop. And then, if you come in, the bell rings. You can buy candles here whenever. And if you see any signs, that just means that that area is under construction. If you come up here, there's the cheese shop. And then we're working on building a shop. And then over here, there's going to be a grocery store that's going to be connected to that mysterious shop. And then there's a little picnic table. Right down this little path here is the horse stable. It has 4 horses in it, and there can even be some baby horses over here. Next is the fisherman's house. He worked very hard to get this extension over here. And this is the residence area where all the houses are. Over here is the animals residence. It's really all to my village right now.
Cool. It's a really good start.
Thank you.